What's up guys, Max here, and welcome back to another quick and easy After Effects tutorial. Today I've gotten a few questions about our plugin Color Master and how to build color controls in After Effects. So first off and foremost, we have text on the screen here, and I have the spin wheel of death, I don't know why. So basically, what is a color control and why do we build Color Master? So basically we have text on screen here. You can see that the fill is white and the stroke is black. How do we create like a color controller? You've heard of these in After Effects. You've seen them in templates, you know, a null, and you see effect. There's all these little swatches for color controlling the template. How do people actually make those? And I'll show you how to make them. So let's do a new null object in our project panel. Does it need to, let's just name it like control, because that's usually what they're called. Right here in effect controls, we're gonna go to expression controls, color control, expression control, color controls. We want to do two different colors. So you can't natively actually control the properties of text or something. Like I can't swatch these. So we need to go down into source properties and add stuff. So animate, fill color, RGB, do another add property, and then stroke color, RGB. Then what we can do is go to our control, hit Alt on our keyboard, and make sure this is locked right here. So once these are open, just like this down here, we click Control right here. We lock the effect control so it stays on screen. Click Alt or Command on our keyboard, drag this to here, and then the stroke color and Alt or Command and drag this to here. No problem. Now if we change these colors in our control, it automatically changes the things and the text color and stuff. Not automatically, but it's an easier way to change the color for longevity. So I could basically I could duplicate this layer a bunch of times, and let's say there's a bunch of them here, you can imagine. And if I change the stroke, it'll change all the strokes, right? That's the whole point of a control. It's changing all the strokes at once. But we built this really simple tool. I wouldn't call it simple. It's actually, there's a lot going on under the hood. We built this thing called Color Master. What it does is it does this for you. And doing this on one layer is pretty easy, but if you could imagine if you had 1,000 different layers in a project that you had to build a control for, it would take a long time. So we just, build Color Master. Color Master was successfully built. It pops up with a couple of random errors that don't mean anything just because the swatches are too small on a smaller project, and that's okay. Color Master right here. And as you can see, it built our two swatches, our two controls, color control text. Let's change the text color to red. Let's change the stroke color to, I don't know, purple. Go back to comp 1 and it's been changed. This is our tool, Color Master, and this is essentially what it does. Now, what is the use case for a tool like this? I know I said there's a lot of colors out there, a lot of projects. So I downloaded an After Effects file, and this is, in my opinion, a really good use case. So here it is. It's this random file. I got it from Lottie Files. Lottie Files is really great. You can download animations, After Effects things for JavaScript, all this different stuff. And it's a lot of fun. It's a really cool thing. And here it is. Here is this Lottie file. It is this application. So it's a cool little animation. I cannot give this away for free because I have an account to Lottie, but I can totally download these and show them to you. Now this is basically an animation that is set up to be exported to JavaScript and hosted on websites as Java animations, which is a really cool workflow, and I'd be totally happy to talk about that later. But as you can see, there's a ton of layers here, and there are no controls. Like if I want to change the color of anything in here, I have to go individually and change the color of all the shapes, which you totally can do. You can take your time and totally do that. That's not a problem. But every single thing has a stroke in here. Like this is a stroke. You can see it's red. Let's change this to red. Now it's red. And it's one by one, right? It will take time. Now let's pretend that we want to build a control, what I showed you earlier. Oh, there's Filament Grid Maker. It's another really cool plugin. I'll talk about it later. What if we want to build some kind of, controller to control this? What if we had multiple compositions of this, there's a lot going on here. We have Color Master. It does it for you. So basically we just hit build Color Master. It hot scans the entire project. It will take longer on longer projects because if you have 10,000 layers, it has to scan every layer. And then click OK. Another little nan error, which is not really a problem. It's just annoying. We'll fix it in a patch. But here it is. Here's the colors for this project. Everything is here. So here's the strokes. There's just two. Well, one of them was our text stroke. It's still scanning our text layer, funny enough. It's still there, but it also has black here. And black is that stroke on that phone. So if I change this to purple, it's purple. Go back to our app development. Those strokes are now purple. Let's go back to Color Master. Let's jump into our control shapes. This is all the shape layers in this project. And back to this. Let's change the purple apps to this. Let's change this to white. I don't know. Change this to blue. Change this to white. Every shape and color is here, and it's pinpoints. I mean, even if the color is 0.1 off, it's going to make a new swatch for it. So as you can see, we can just totally change the colors of this project from just right here, creating this panel. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, and like always, to give you like a overview of what Color Master can do, let's build Color Master. Successfully created. Once again, we have a bunch of shapes here, and I did not check merge duplicate colors. So if we go to our Color Master, we can see that every possible shape in this comp is green. It's all here, like they're all here. So if we go to our Color Master and then go into, let's say, color control shapes, let's change this one of these to white. You can see in the comp one has been changed to white. Color Master. Let's go ahead and just like merge colors, which what it should do is all these colors should merge down into one swatch to control all the greens at once, because it's the exact same green. 123 duplicate colors merged successfully. Okay, and then let's reposition these because these are ugly. So position looks a lot nicer. Make sure our colors are up to date, our expressions are up to date, and it all moves everything around, which is super nice. I think position should do that for you instead. So that's a patch we'll patch in there. But like I said, this is a growing and working tool. So get your lifetime license while it lasts. And then let's say we want to make a new shape. We've built a bunch of stuff. Oh, and back to comp one, we created the swatch. So I'll show you our Color Master. Let's just go to the shapes, change that one green to a lighter green. Comp one. All the greens have been changed. Great. So what if we add like a new shape? What if we put a star in the middle of this composition that is, bright but yellow, and the stroke is, I don't know, off-white? What happens if we want to add this shape to our composition? Because it's currently not in the master. It's bright but yellow is not here. It sort of is, that one. So let's change this yellow to something else that's more unique. This particular purple. It's not here. So let's just do update colors, and boom, it just appeared right there and there. Update our expressions to make sure everything's controllable, and then update shapes. The purple is going to be in here somewhere. It's the new purple back here. If we change this to white, that shape should be white. Comp one, shape is white. Perfect. So that controls it. Now, imagine if I added like 9 different stars, all different colors very quickly. To build new controls would be slow. That's why we have update colors. It does it for you, which is really nice. And here is a newer version of Color Master that by the time you're watching this video, it does exist. The Learn More button's really fun. Click this. There's a bunch of stuff in here that we've added to our new patched versions of all of our applications. Someone asked us if it was in multiple languages, and I was like, no, currently it's just in English. So what we did was create all these different versions of the project. So let's do Japanese in case we have Japanese users. And here it is. It is now in Japanese. And this is close. The only thing that we need to update with this particular thing is need a feature in Learn More is not being changed to Japanese. So we'll fix it. It'll be fine. So we're fixing little things like that, adding new features all the time. If you think of a feature or something that we're missing, or like Color Master covers a ton of color properties, but it doesn't cover them all quite yet. There are a ton of different color properties inside of After Effects, but Color Master does color a majority. So it's solids, text strokes, shapes, images as in like if you put a fill on a PNG, you know, if you have like a logo animation, you need to change it to solid black. It covers that. You know, it does video files and stuff like that. Shape, strokes, gradients, text, and precomps. So precomps as in like if this entire comp one was precomped and an entire fill was put on this layer and it changed it to everything in here to red, like it would acknowledge it and build a color control for that, but also build the sub controls for all the shapes. So that's also kind of helpful in case you just turn that particular effect off or something. But yeah, I'm going to make sure this gets updated. So, you know, need a feature. It will be in Japanese, but you know, let's change it to Russian. That's kind of cool. As always, guys, I'm Max. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of the channel. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out filmit.io. QR code is on the screen. Plenty of digital tools and awesome assets for all you creators. Check it out today.